Peace, peace, peace. Divine understanding, born of law. You know how we do it. They said you record straight, ancient and free Asiatic, son of man, 7. So, I was telling her, no, listen, Lord, word is born to the Father. When the major players of knowledge of self, right? I don't care which ones you think of. When they were talking to us, they almost prophetically had to talk in what we would call coded language. Not because they didn't want us to know or they were trying to hide the science, but we as a people, we wasn't ready for certain shit. I mean, right now, to this day, we still have mystery God worshiping. So that shows you the level of conscious awareness that the planet isn't at. It doesn't help the powers that be. It can't help them if you have knowledge of self. It doesn't help them. It only helps them if you don't have knowledge of self. If you have knowledge of self, that does not help the system. So that tells you right there, you either want to help the system control you, or you want to control your own destiny. It's really simple. The system itself is designed to control your destiny. You can take your life into your own hands at any given moment if you have the proper tools and the remedies that will fix it. We have long-term remedies, you have short-term remedies. So let's go right to the remedies, right? Because when Elijah was talking to us, when the Father was talking, when Nobu Drew Ali was talking, when Marcus Garvey was talking to us, right? I mention those people because they actually have a whole nation bearing witness to them. I know Drew Ali have the Moors Science Temple of America. You have all the different fractions of Moors. And you have Washita Moors, you have El East Moors, you have the Moors from like where Chicago's at, going all the way to Mound Moors. They go all the way to the Mound. Right, and the point I'm making is the NOI, you see different, I don't want to say fractions, groups. Different ministers have different followers than the other ministers. And you have the Rastafarian movement, right? You have the same thing in the Islamic movements. And if you go into the Christian movements, anything that is organized by people in fractions off, and it eventually, as it's growing, because anything after 500, it takes on another life. It ingrains itself. When the Muslims first started, way back when W.D. Farad was walking around teaching, and he hadn't found Elijah yet. So let's just say W.D. Farad was here from like 1910 all the way until 1934. who say he wasn't still here, but he wasn't. No one knew where he was. They didn't see him anymore. He mysteriously disappears, all right? And then you got the FBI's reports, and you got these guys' reports, and this and that, and and everybody got all these different reports on what took place. But when you look at the lessons themselves, they wake you up. Now, don't you see inside of the degrees, now that we're at the level that we're at now, that when we see things like founded, when we first founded the planet, and also things like older than the sun, moon, and stars. And see, those two key words right there let me know that the original man, the original people, are not just on Earth. See? Now, there was a time you couldn't say that because they weren't ready for that. That's why they have the stories of Ezekiel and This is not new. But the problem is that they want to announce that, but they don't want it to be lamb's wool have anything to do with it. They want it to be them. And so that's why they don't want to tell you. Because that just ruins their paradigm. Just like their paradigm got ruined on the pyramids, think about the coincidence. The correlation of the pyramid and the Kuti Hufu and you, lamb wool. That connection between that and that it starts there and not with straight, non-melanated skin and straight hair. It doesn't start there. It starts with heavily melanated skin and lamb's wool. That's where it starts. The manifestation. Even in as above, so below, as below, so above, the universe starts in triple darkness. Universe comes out of the triple darkness, right? The sun, moon, and stars. They are the planets. Planets is something that is born to make for the beginning, holy, something that has unbid alluded to make a chapter in any form. He told us then. He even had the mother plane and other stories to wake that psyche up in your mind. Now, let's go to the next level. How do we implement all this high science that's everywhere in lessons and books and things of that nature? We just absorbed all of that info, right? And how does that fix the problem? The information won't fix a damn thing if you don't do anything about it. Right, so the first thing you want to do is understand what they call, for lack of a better word, spirituality, higher planes of existence, higher self. The physical composition is a motor vehicle of life I use to make manifest on this physical plane of existence. Those kinds of understanding. See, if you understand that part, then you know that you're in that body like a car. So if you want your car to do things that no other car can do, you need to make sure that, well, also, you got to come out with it. You can't buy a 4-cylinder and expect it to do things that an 8-cylinder does. That's not how it works, right? Same way you can't expect somebody 7 feet to be able to get inside that little cubby hole that someone 5 feet could get in there and defuse that bomb. See, so humanity, people, the Asiatics and the humans, right? The extraterrestrial part of yourself, the part of you that is not from this plane of existence. That you use this physical body to manifest on this plane of existence. The connection that you want to make, you cannot make it eating like a synthetic being. My people, you eat like it doesn't matter. Like that's just a furnace, and any fuel is good fuel. But you don't see the gas that the fuel is letting off will let you know if you have clean fuel or not. Most waste is not going to be that clean. That's why it's waste. But it should be biodegradable. It should be able to break back down into the environment without needing a volcano to melt it back up again. Right? So do you think that if the European colonizers who have control of the planet right now, if they wanted to clean up the planet, you saying they couldn't do it? If they wanted to. And they couldn't, just say, okay, let's everybody be right and exact. They could, but it's not in their nature to do that, to be right and exact. It's in their nature to not be right and exact, to rule, conquer, They're still the youngest beings on the planet. Everybody else is older than them. We settled already. Now we have to teach our little brothers and sisters the science of the universe for real. Which the older ones in their group, when I say the older ones, the ones who have the knowledge of self, they know what's going on. Everybody who has knowledge of self knows. You see, like the 10% know. People who work for the 10% might not know. People who work for the 5% might not know. People who work for the 85% don't know, and the 85% don't know. So most of the people don't know what's going on, and that's a fact. And they don't even care to know, and they shouldn't have to burden themselves with that because they hired and paid for and elected leaders that can worry about that so they could go about their daily lives and have fun. But the leaders who you elected work for the devil. That's the problem. More people working for the devil than working for God. It is the fact. They're not working for God. They're definitely working for the devil. Believe that. And even when they be telling you they working for God and they over here preaching and this, that, and the third, they still working for the devil. Because they keeping you blind. When you find out what they're preaching, you'll say, he's still keeping the people blind. Stay in the matrix. Stay in the matrix. Close your eyes. In other words, eat anything. Let the government, which is, tell you what to eat. Once they control your mindset of what is food and what isn't food, because your brain doesn't think apples and fruits and berries and trees and is where you get food from. You think you get food from grocery stores. They put that in there from the trees. And they went through all that trouble to make it from natural to that box. and put all kind of chemicals and everything in there to make it not what it was when it was in the ground. Now they attack the ground. They attack the ground. They attack the plant. How do they attack it? Well, they give you GMO and all of that world. You know that world. I ain't gonna go all into that. But that world. They do it. You be thinking that it's not done. Oh, I'm the regular. This motherfucker at the Justice Cycle Born gonna say, ain't no real difference between the organic vegetables and the conventionally grown vegetables. Now, most people eat the conventionally grown vegetables because the system makes it seem more expensive. Makes it seem more expensive than the organic way. And tells you, oh, it's pretty much the same. Right? And I'm not saying when you go organic, it's like 10,000 years ago, or 5,000 years ago, or 1,000 years ago, or 500 years ago. Right? 1555 on back, he been fucking it up. I agree. But damn, it's not the same as if you have depletion in nutrients and you got just straight up poison. I mean, look at us as a nation of people. If we say, look at everybody's passports. On your passport, it's going to say American on there. USA, United States of America. You speak English, but it's American English. And everybody's going to know that you're from the 50 states, right? And whatever your passport say, wherever you from in the world, you're going to know where you're from and where you at's going to know. I said that to say, when you go to these other countries and you look at the agriculture, it's not the same as America's agriculture. Your agriculture in America is more industrial. It's an industrial agriculture. Industrial agriculture is known to be bottom line profit, not health. So that shit don't make no sense. That's why I say when Elijah was talking to us, he was talking to us in code language. So that when you quoted the degrees, it went inside the convolutions of your physical brain and your heart and your stomach. You have to attack those three clusters of nerves. If you don't get the knowledge, wisdom, understanding effect. That triangle, you don't get it. That jump, 1, 2, 3, you don't see that. When Elijah was saying wisdom, knowledge, that's because in the seed, when it's made manifest, the heart be the first thing making knowledge born, that heart brain. And it look like that's going to be one, but it's not. It's two. It two manifests itself in wisdom form. See what I'm saying? And so the knowledge, once it makes itself manifest on the physical plane of existence, it's not in a tangible form still. It needs the wisdom to be tangible. And then you see the understanding. So you see it in the brain, the heart, and the stomach. Now, we got the part where the brain is, look, knowledge itself is everywhere. It's not like, it's not everywhere. Everybody knows. I see everybody. This matters. Now, a Pan-African academia, books, we all know pretty much the truth of what happened as a people within the people of our people, if you understand what I'm saying. Within lamb's wool, black, brown, red, yellow, from strong lamb wool all the way to the straight. That our genetic code. We know who we are. You know who you are. And so that code, they have the part where they know that they're lamb's wool. And they know that the European didn't tell in his books history the way it really is and was. It's always some this truth and falsehood strangely mixed. A lot of deception, hidden science, wow. Crazy amounts of murder under the water and under the ground. And it's a lot of shit going on because of the way his foundation of getting the land. And so some of this stuff is shameful. And so he doesn't want people to know. And because he doesn't want people to know, that's when the subterfuge and come in, right? Hidden agendas, there's blackmailing, there's all kind of shit going. See, just like because I said that, blackmailing. Notice how he flipped that. Like, if it's a white lie, that means it's not that bad. You know, all that kind of stuff. If you want to counteract, go to the Black's Law Dictionary to counteract the English language on that level. Use that. And then, once you understand nationality, you use a nationality to combat UN and flags and all of that that keeps you in bondage. That's all of these things are set up to attack that. So that the white supremacist European ideology, all that craziness they got inside of their shit. I'm not saying they don't got some good shit, son. I said they got a lot of crazy shit inside they good shit. So you gotta, weed through it. You see, you gotta preserve the best part for your what self. You know how the lesson tells us. Everything that we need to know, the degree already told us. It's just that we don't be acting on it. Some of the times it's because we can quote it, but we don't know how to act on it. So before the physical composition ceases to function, I intend to tell you how to act on it. You already had the heart. Can't give you heart, you already got that. You got the lessons. If you quoting the degrees, you'll eventually quote the whole lesson. You'll be good. Don't worry about that part. The part that you gotta get is the diet part. Because without the diet part, you can't change the physical composition on the level that it needs to be made manifest. You can't do a Law 360 if you do not change that dietary law. It's all for naught. Then you see, stomach could be knowledge and the heart be the wisdom, and now your brain can give you that understanding. See, depends on where you coming with the manifestation. You heard the other part. The brain then is the knowledge. You doing the knowledge and then the wisdom and the understanding. You gotta make that shit move. Don't everything change. Everything is moving. It's not in the, you gotta use that shit like that. You take that as a form, as a kata. And now in combat, you use it how it works. When it comes, you bring it that way. You can't be all numbered up in it when it's time for combat. That's the training that trains you. Now that you are trained, now you make it manifest as it comes. The art of fighting without fighting. Mental, it's a mental war we're in. And this mental war, if you got the right tools, my word is bond, they can't touch you. You could be in Nirvana right now. Because they can't get you. It's too many to get. Look, it's a herd, they running. The sick, the lame, they usually get good. It don't be the old. The old be knowing what to do. They already seen the motherfucker before he got there. They been going. They made moves. They be like, yo, we out. They running, they observing, they know what's going on. It's the new people that just got here on Earth. They're the big risk right now. The new people, all you new people that just got here, y'all at big risk because you don't listen to no one. You just do you, and that's what young people do. They don't listen to no one. They do them. But the few of y'all that are going to listen and do what you supposed to do, I'm depending on y'all. And y'all are not even born yet. But I'm depending on this science getting to people before you, that they pass it down to you. You're not here yet. And that's all of us. The ones that we really want to give this to, they are not here yet. They're not here yet. You understand this, right? You're looking to think 70 years down the line, and you want to eat McDonald's and all this crazy shit, and I'm clubbing and I'm living. You partying, y'all are in a... Oh my God. See, I don't want to make you feel like you shouldn't have fun. You should. You only got one life. It's a fact. But don't use your whole life up on fun. That's how come you be dying so quick. You having so much fun. You'd be dead at 21. The hell kind of fun was that? Think about it. All right. Let's use the time frame. That's what I keep saying. People ain't looking at their timeline. Look at the timeline and say, all right, let's get a piece of paper. We gonna do this shit. Because y'all need to understand the timeline that you working with that you think is unlimited, but it's not. The timeline is short. It runs out of numbers kind of quick on your ass before you know it. And you ain't did shit, or you didn't take care of what you needed to take care of, and then you in a bad position, right? They say, uh-oh, yeah, he done fucked up. All right, now, I'm only going to write it down with you. It's in my head, but I'm going to write it down with you so you understand the science of what you're doing, because you're trying to do what you need to do, but you need to be able to do it in a short time frame, or you're not going to be complete. So you think you get 120 on the dough. From the opening, you get 120. Depending on the lifestyle of your parents, could increase that to 135 or decrease it to 80. Most of us in today's society, we coming out with 80. All right, so now you know you got 80. So let's start at the bottom back again and go with the 9 months in the womb. Right, got 9 months in the womb. And then you're going to go from there up. So 3 more months after that, 3 more months, you've been a year on the planet. Right? That's 1 year you've been on the planet. Now, most people only count their 9th month birthday. They don't think about 3 months later they ain't been on a year on the planet. Because they open up like the devil tells them to open up. Well, when you came out of the womb, that's when you were a person. Actually, when you air particles in a clot of blood attach itself to the uterus wall, that's when you were who you are. Because if I kill you then, you don't get to be this other one. Right? There's no way you get killed. Air particles in a clot of blood, that's still you. We just don't know what you was going to do, how you was going to be. Just like when you come out the womb, you feel a little goo-goo gaga. They don't know what you going to do, what you not going to do, whatever. They know that you a big giant sponge, and now they need to give you the science of their morals and principles and their tribe and how they see shit so that you could go forward and make it through this craziness. Now, we're going to draw that line across after the 3 months. That gives you a year on the planet, and you draw that other line for the 9 months one, because from 1 month to the 9th month, that's air particles attaching itself to the uterus wall. You feel me? That's the sperm and the egg and all that intimacy, and goes up from the spinal cord and that egg and the right? and where you were at, you as that being in that physical body, where were you at before you got in that body and attached yourself to the uterus wall, all right? So, see, that's the deep part when you start going there. So now, when we here, you come out, you figure 1, 2, 3, and maybe you kind of catching on what's going on the earth. Yourself is catching, your body is catching up with yourself, your real self. And so now that you starting to walk and you checking this physical body out, you doing your thing. So you got 3, then you go 4, 5, and now 6, and you doing your thing. 7, 8, 9. Shit, you still ain't really, unless you in an environment that's not conducive to man, woman, child. You 9, you still chilling in the house, right? Then all of a sudden you 10. You got 2 numbers now. 11, like the baby used to say, I got 2 numbers. Yes. Then 12, right? Then she's like, uh-oh, I'm 13. All right. So still, what are you doing at 13? School, whatever, right? Okay. You're going to see my point. Then you hit 14, 15. Now you in high school. 16, 17, 18. Now you getting ready to go to college. 19, 20, 21, 22, you finish college. Now we start to count. Now you got your 20s. You at 22, you finish college. So from 22, that's 20 years you just knocked off. You see how that 20 years is going already? And you didn't even do anything yet. 20 gone. That's what I say. You get this 80 here. Now you're at this 8. So you got 80 years to make moves. Now you could do shit like fuck your health up and give yourself 65 years to make moves. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's up to you how you doing it. But get that in your brain that you get 120. You walk into it with 120. And you use up about 20 just trying to get your body and your brain to catch up with each other. Right? Mind, soul, body, head, Now you're a grown-ass man, woman, child. So you a grown person, man, woman, whatever the case may be, right? You 80. You got 80. You got 80, right? So what? 30, I'm like, use up my 20s and party and have fun. And I don't give a damn. That's what they tell you to do. Society tells you to do that. But you could never do in productivity and what you could do from 20 to 30. Your brain is so not influenced by the system that's when you shouldn't be partying. And they want you to party and do dumb shit. Because that's when they think you're going to kill yourself. Yeah, I'm laughing, right? Because they're sitting behind the wall going, let them go, rip them out. They're going to go crazy. Yeah, and that's what they do. They set the shit up so motherfuckers start going crazy at 16. They cut the odds down. Hell, I seen them do it crazy at 12. So they just killing your numbers. But they're not letting you know, dude, you pretty much got 120. You use up 20 being here, trying to be you. Your parents got you. They hold you down. Most parents hold everybody down till they hit their 20s. Some parents will even hold you down through your 20s and you hit your 30s. But then it's kind of on you now. So say you had your shit, you did what I said do right now. You made moves, all right. So from 23 to when? How many years you think you're going to use to I don't know, blow your shit up right, and then get you a family and do whatever you're going to do on that level, right? Because if you use your 23, I'm talking about men now, if you use your 23 to 33 to get that money right, get your economics right, because if you like the average one of us, we all start with the -0 move. Or the +0 move, which I mean, 0 is a number line, so it's not really nothing when it's right there. So you can either go 0 and go +1, +2, or you could go 0, -1, -2, like Yakub did, 72. Went 360 degrees in the wrong direction. You could do that. But I'm thinking on the level that we all made the right move. Right, so we all made the right move. So you figure from 23 to 33, that's that first 10. That's when you getting everything ready for, as the animal kingdom, they would be getting their territory ready so I could have me a pride over here. Right? And so the Lion of Judah and all that, right? You hit 33, so now we're gonna go. So from now it's starting to count. Numbers is counting like these numbers ain't playing now. When you hit 30, now it's 43. Then you're gonna go, the next one will be 53. And then the last one is 63. Now by the time you hit this 63 number, I'm not saying you still can't come up, whatever, depending on what your physical composition is dealing with. Or not dealing with. But by then, you're saying to yourself, I should be good. My golden years now, I'm watching my grandchildren. You doing what you do. Now, you should be good. You should have, everything that you worked and did, that first 23 to 33 made the determination of where you was going to be in 43, 53, and then 63. So by 43, you could even make fat moves, because by then you should have had your shit pretty much good. Like, you gets paid. I do this. And so you can make moves now, and you can still have fun and still make moves. But when you hit the next one now, 50s and the 60s, if you was doing the right dietary law, you won't feel different physically than you were pretty much between 33 and 43. That real zone that you get inside your body from, say, 13 to about 33, that's a different zone, because that's the body is still going to that level. But up to about 25, when you're still growing, or when you're 21 or 18, that you don't get that back growing up that way. You could put more muscle on, you could make your bones stronger, you could make your tendons and all that. You could do a lot with the body and make it go where you want it to go, right? Do what you want it to do. But you need to do that within those numbers, so that by the time you hit these 50s, if you are not already athletic and your athleticity has moved to that level, then it's going to be hard to redo it now at this late in the stage. You could do it, but it's going to take hard work. The same thing is going to take if you messed up your money, messed up your world. Now you at the 40s or the 50s, you can fix it, because you got all the way till you hit about 80. You can make repairs all the way up to about 80. I mean, after that, I don't know what you're repairing. It's supposed to be chilling by then, and then, dealing with the slow degeneration of the physical composition, because the spirit can't stay in that body 200 years. It's going to burn it out. The DNA can't keep up yet. You got to do what the Law 360 says. That's the name of it, but the principles can be any deity you want to put in front of it. You could put IH, VH 360. You could put Amun Ra 360. You could put your name 360. It doesn't matter who you put. Allah 360 was the name of the degree. That's what the degree is talking about. That. And how over generations you could repair the physical composition and those three clusters. Those three clusters of neurological energy that's similar to your brain. They act almost identical. The one in your stomach, the one in your heart, and the one in your brain all work exactly the same, and almost they look like they could be, as they would say, fraternal triplets. That's what they act like and maneuver that way. So now that you see all of that, all right, now we're going to go to the next level. So now we're right here where we at, and we're trying to go to the next level because we don't want to leave the physical composition and not keep our cohesiveness in our brain. No, not our brain, in the mind. The mind is throughout the body. The cohesiveness that you feel in your brain, because you're conscious of yourself here on this physical plane. But if you leave this physical plane of existence, or when you leave this physical plane of existence, do you want the energy to be blind like a baby and just rolling with the way the universe says roll? Or do you want to be consciously aware of what you're doing? That's your call. You can stay in the mystery garden and hope that that works for you. And that, it just works out. And not knowing what the hell you doing, acting like a Gentile, and you not that. You're not that. You're the original people on the planet Earth. You have to do what you got to do to take it to the next level. Otherwise, why did we take this fall if not to show and prove? So now you at the fall. You did it already. You at the bottom. You achieved your goal. You got to the bottom of the road. Now it's time to climb up. You did the 1 and the 2 already. Now you need to work on that stomach. You have to work on that. If you don't work on the stomach, you won't come out of this dilemma, because the last trick he got is to feed you poison. So anyway, divine understanding, born Allah, he about to bounce up out of here. Yeah, we got to make moves. But you get the point, right? That you need to give up the grain. Because once you get to that stage where you gave up the grain, the starch, the dairy, the soy, the sugar, the animals, you don't have them anymore, right? Because I've been telling y'all about that, so I figured by now y'all did that already. So now you at the saying, all right, I did that. I feel like I've been detoxing. Everything is dropping off. My shit is rebooted. I'm a fat burner. My metabolism, like I was, should be back to you between 23 and 33 if you've been doing this. Your metabolism should be back at that level again. And you're not putting you going organic, so you're not putting any poisons in you. To you, there's no such thing as juices and all that. You have water. Water is your liquid, right? You're on that level. You'll see the mitochondria changing, especially if you're young. You'll see it even. You can see it in the seeds, the children. It's even better if you can get it in before your sperm and her egg make manifest. If you could do that, if you get on this and then change oh man, you could do it. If you could get them depending on how much poison you had in you, if you could do that for 7 years, even if you went with the 3-5-7, if you use that method, 3-5-7. So that first baby you might have at the 3. Now y'all got 5 years, and you get with the 5 or 3 and the 5 years in, and now y'all at 7. So you got a 3-5-7. You'll be able to see it, especially if you do what the lessons say do with the midwife, and you build in that community where you add and add like that, right? Like the degree said, you get the house, you get the go up, right? Climb up. Real estate deals, you doing all that because you did what you were supposed to have did. Talking to the man now. from 23 to 33. You did what you were supposed to have done. You got choices now. You can make moves. You don't got child support and all that craziness fuck up your 20s and 30s. They didn't fuck you up because you didn't do that. Right? You didn't do that. You went with, nah, I ain't doing that. Like that. You went that way. So you keep moving this way. You gonna be good. If you messed up, you just adjust. Make the adjustment right then. When you fucked up, okay, now make that adjustment. Now that you know now what to do. You got the blueprint. The lesson's already telling you what to do. Like I said, the last thing we haven't, what we need to work on, because we did the other two. We gotta do the understanding and that's the stomach. We gotta do that. Now, right? No grain, no starch, no dairy, no sugar, no soy. Go organic. That'll save you from having to worry about whether it's GMO and doing all of that study. But you could do that study too. But for people who's trying to cut it, like right now, like Lay and them used to go cold turkey when you give them some high science, even though it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, maybe they was fronting like they went that way. But anyway, even if you fronting like you going that way, but you're not really doing it, you're going to see that you're fronting too. It's not going to work for you, but if you do it, you'll see the change. All right, so you know you're doing the 16 hours to 18 to 23, 24, like that. You could have that kind of ideology on food. You need those many hours in between the next meal because you want insulin and all of that shit to drop to a zero level. That's what you're doing. And then you doing the same thing at the end of the month, the 3 days at the end of the month, y'all doing that, right? Because the knowledge, wisdom, understanding thing anyway, but you, the man, you got to lead the role of how you doing it. Like, we not going to do this simp shit. That's what we not going to do. So we going to run the household, we going to run this shit, we going to do this. This is how we going to do it. If they ain't on board with you running it, then you don't need her. Because trust me, it's very rare that the wisdom, myself, divine cipher master comes in with the knowledge plan and the knowledge and the understanding of who and what the devil is and how we gonna get from up under his foot. That's not usually what happens. It's usually the man that has that. And then she helps him excel with it by going with that. She might not even bear witness at first, but she goes with it. Then y'all will be good. But if she's fighting you, you don't got time for that fight right now. Because look, this is what I'm telling you. See how we use the numbers? You don't got time for that fight. From 23 to 33, you're supposed to be getting your shit together. As we say in the hood, you increasing your income. I'll show you what you got to do. You're going to need to build up in your mind. You say, I need $12,000 cash at all times, just sitting somewhere in case some shit goes down. If you like the noble prophet, he take that $12,000 and turn it into $12,000 worth of gold. So you got to build that kind of, this is what you thinking in your head, that this is the plan. So you need that. But that was based on a month. That was based on rent being $1,000 a month, which that means you're going to have to make your adjustment depending on what city you in, what you doing. So you want 12 months of rent or 12 months of a mortgage. Stacked. Right? Cash in that safe down there. And then you want another 12 in gold, bullion, and silver in that safe down there. You following me? Follow my lead now. And then you're going to make sure you have, well, you can mix that 12 grand up with silver and gold, because that way, because silver, you'll be able to make moves with it at the low level, $27, $13, however you moving, right? You could get gold down to a 1/10, but that shit might be 120 American dollars at that rate. You're going to need something smaller, too. That's why you fluctuate it with silver. Pardon me. And then That's for Elijah Muhammad, right? And then you're going to say, I can hear them in my head going, Elijah Muhammad, Elijah Muhammad. All right. Okay, the reason why I said the 135 before, I just didn't want to leave you out on that. Because if you did this diet right, and your parents would have did it, and you was the baby and they did it, you'll start increasing the longevity because the mitochondria is going to repair those endings. You're the original man. You can take yourself to the next level, but it's in generational mathematical equations, right? So anyway, you got your 12 there. So you got your 12, and your 12. You were dealing with 12s because you're looking at 12 months. Now you want to have in your savings account that you're going to be using to fluctuate and make you have, your portfolio needs to be diverse. And this is stuff you can do right now. You're doing this now, right? And so in your savings, you're going to have maybe another 12 in there. And that's when you're going to make your moves from there to, say, I'm going to use Robinhood or Public or Cash App. One of those apps you're going to use, and I'm not advertising for none of them. I'm just saying this is what Boyce Watkins and them be talking about it. So you're going to do that. You're going to make a move that way so that you can get into stock, bond. Go with the heavy shit first so you can get a feel of what's going on. When I say the heavy shit, like, look at your people, because we set the trends, and see what we wear and don't wear, and what we buy and don't buy, and what we eat and don't eat. And all this shit that we do, buy the stock of that. Start off there. Go look for it to go down and buy it when it go up, and vice versa, whatever the case may be. You know, this is not that class, right? But I'm saying how you going to diversify yourself. You also going to be thinking, I need an apartment that's mine before I have a car. Unless you're in high school. Because we had cars in high school, but we had our rooms because we lived with our parents then. And when we was in the military, we had cars, but we lived on base. Or you might have had an apartment off base, but you really still live on base. Shit like that we did. All right, so you got those basic principles right there. That's going to take you to that level. But you want to do that because in reality, you're going to need about, in your savings, I would say at today's rate, and that's only because I live in the Northeast, I'm going to use these numbers, but you'll make the adjustment based on where you live at. I would say you should have anywhere from 24 to 56,000 access to that kind of money so that you can get a mortgage. You might not use it, but you should have access to that money so that it's easy for you to move into a mortgage. Because if you move into a mortgage and it's a multiple dwelling, you'll be able to take it to the next level with your seeds. And now you're talking generational wealth, because everybody's talking that generational wealth. Well, that's how you move into it. You got to think about it when you hit your 20s. You got to start thinking then. Right? You can't be sounding like these crazy motherfuckers talking about, oh, I'm going to party from 20 to 30. You're going to be broke from 30 to 40. You're going to be fucked up trying to get your shit together late. You wouldn't have made good moves. If you don't make good moves in them early eras, they're going to cause you a problem it's like a domino effect. Like the wave. The way the wave in the ocean looks different than it does when it hits land. Same thing. So anyway, like I said, you're going to make sure that you fix that understanding. You're going to fix that understanding. Now, you're going to get a lot of resistance from the Wisdom Myself Divine Cipher Master. I agree. But that's just what we had to all deal with that. I mean, it is what it is. She's going to resist you because right now she don't think you're the power. She think that the European is the power, and so she's really folded to his manifestation. So she bear witness to his teachings of who and what God is, and there's nothing you can do about it until you make that move. When you make the move where she can see you, the true and living God, trust me, you make these moves I just showed you with the degrees. If you do that, nah, they're going to see it. And the ones who see it, you grab them. The ones who don't see it, leave their 85 ass sitting there. Don't be wasting your time on no 85 woman because you're going to be mad in the end because she's going to waste your time. And I showed you how much time you got. So even if you got the whole 120, you already know you only got a C note in the beginning because you used up 20, and then you probably had a crazy lifestyle with the way we eating, so you down to 80. That's why I said 80. See what I'm saying? So you got 80 years on Earth. By the time you hit 60, you want to at least do your last 20 good, right? You don't want to be all on pharmaceuticals and All right. Divine understanding, born of law. You know how we do it. We set the record straight.